Alright guys, so one of the first products I'm gonna be using is this, but it's like a brow brush. I ran out of my Anastasia one. Mother Giselle has told me that this brow brush is really good. It is by Fenty. It's by Fenty Beauty, and I'm excited to use it. So this is the packaging. It's really cute. It's just like white. I'm sorry, my nail's a little busted. It's just like a regular white brush, regular white pencil. I think it's really cute. I got the shade dark brown, so I swatched it at the store. I usually get the medium brown by Anastasia, but this time I got the dark brown because I feel like, you know, my hair is obviously very dark and I thought it would be cool to just like mix it up, you know, just not always have the same thing. Figured, like, I feel like sometimes my brows look kind of como se dice, light, and I'd rather keep it light because honestly, since I don't have that much brow hair, if I feel like I can look like a chola really quick. But this is just a tad bit darker. It wasn't as dark as Anastasia's Ebony. Like, this is the actual point of it. It's really thin. That's what I like about it. That's what I prefer my brow pencils to look like. So I'm gonna go ahead and use it, and I can't wait. Okay, so I didn't know this, so I just pulled off the other side where there's usually a spoolie, and it's this cool little brush. I thought it was really cool because, like, I don't know, it's always a spoolie. It's never a brush like this. And it's actually just blending the product out really nicely. Okay, Fenty Beauty, okay. So, I wanted this to be more of like a video where, like, I've seen it on YouTube. It's called the mommy tag. It's pretty much questions that you answer regarding your child that, like, you know, I'm pregnant, you're gonna have. So this is kind of like, it's called like the mommy tag. I've seen different YouTubers do it in different ways. I've seen girls do it like when they're pregnant, and they'll like share their answers, what they think they're going to say or like believe or whatever, and then obviously they say like, oh, when you actually have kids, like, everything changes and the things you say are different. So I figured I think it would be a cool idea. So I looked up the questions, and I also told you bitches to ask me questions, and nobody's asked me a question besides Jessie, and she asked me a super inappropriate question that I will not be answering. So I'm gonna go ahead and answer these. So this is how it left my brows. I actually cannot lie, I really like this brow pencil, like, a lot. So Giselle, you were right. This brow pencil is so good. I really like it. I like the color. So I'm gonna go ahead and clean them up, and we can go ahead and get started on answering these questions. So the first question is 3 qualities I want my child to possess. So if I were to have 3 characteristics, I definitely think they would be, I would like for my child to be kind, hardworking, and humble. I think those are definitely it. Because, you know, there's some people out there that you can, like, I don't know, I think the other things, like, you can teach your child almost. Like, my dad one time gave me, like, I talked to him about this, and I was like, you know, Dad, like, what if I tell my kid, be humble, be humble, be humble, like, be caring, like, care about other people's feelings, like, be this, be that, and, you know, they don't do it. So I always tell my dad, I really, like, wish that I want my child to, from the bottom of his heart, not because I tell him to, but to be a caring, hardworking, humble person. Because, like, lo demás you can teach him. Like, you can teach him to saludar, you can teach him to be educado, I think, right? You can really try and teach him, but being a kind person, like, de corazón, like, feeling it, like, if you hurt other people, I don't think, like, many people have that quality. Like, you can be a good person because your parents teach you to be a good person, but a kind person, like to be like, no, aunque ellos me hicieron daño, yo no les voy a hacer daño, because that's not right. Not many people have that, you know? And then a hard worker, like, everybody works. I feel like everybody works, just like, you have to survive, you know? You need money to eat, you need money to pay your mortgage, you need money in the United States or in many other countries también to sobrevivir, you know. So many people are workers, but not many people have hard workers, like love their job, are responsible, like go that extra mile, you know. I feel like that's like a trait that is, I don't know, like I don't know if I'm explaining myself right, probably not. But yeah, I would like for him to be a hard worker and then humble, because I think humildad is something that I feel like it's something you're born with. Like I also don't feel like, you know, it's a trait that can be taught. Although one time my dad did tell me this interesting thing, because I told him like, how do you teach your kids de corazon to be humble people? Like I don't think that's something you can teach. And he told me, he's like, Bridget, if you are a humble person, your child will be humble. And I was like, that's true. He's like, because like you can teach your child, he told me, be like, you need to be humble, you need to be humble, and you can tell him it over and over and over and over again. He's like, but if you yourself are not a humble person, he's not gonna do it. He's like, but if he sees his parents are humble and that's all he's ever known, like more than likely will be a humble person. Now if he's like super destampa, like if he like, you know, because some kids obviously do go the other way, but he told me, he's like, you know, you need to be the best example you can be for your child. And that's what I do believe. I'm like, that's true, like, but I would want my child to be humilde de like corazon, like, you know, like, I don't know. So those are definitely the 3 traits. So that's a big old ramble. The next question is my biggest fear as a parent. I'm sorry, I'm kind of distracted because I kind of want to do something simple, because it's just like we're going to Alex's birthday party today, so I don't want to do anything like balls to the walls because it's just there at his house. So I'm probably gonna, I don't really want to do eyeshadow today. Is that weird? No, not really. So the next question is what is my biggest fear of parenthood? I think it's really weird, I guess, to like think about, but I would probably say my biggest fear would be somebody like stealing my child. Like you know that girl in Mexico, pobrecita, like they took her from her school, her aunt or something like that, and like, you know, selling her, they sold her to like trafficking or whatever. Oh my god, like that is so scary, guys. Like, could you imagine? Like, I'm gonna be going in with this micro smooth Sephora powder in the shade Moyen medium, and I'm just gonna be using this to set my eyes. I'm gonna be doing something super simple today, so I'm gonna go ahead and use this. This is supposed to be, oh my god, I think it's supposed to be like, you know, the ones by Smack that everybody used to use to set their face. They probably still do. I don't know what it's called. You know what I'm talking about? It's like oven baked. It's like a setting powder for your face. I feel like this is what it's supposed to be like. This girl I watch on YouTube, her name is Mary J or something like that. I don't know. She uses it and I love the way it looked. So I'm gonna use it to set. You guys know I love the Charlotte Tilbury powder, but I don't know, guys, like I feel like I got bored of makeup for a little bit because I use the same products over and over again. And I mean, I still love those products, don't get me wrong, but your bitch gets tired of using the same products, you know? So that's why I used the products I did have like to the bone, and then I went ahead and I bought new ones. Do you imagine somebody stealing my child, like not knowing where your kid is, like if somebody's hurting him or her, if they're doing something to him, si lo vas a volver a ver, like it's just so scary to me. And like we live in a time in the world where it's not that uncommon for kids to get sold into human trafficking. And like I think it's like one of my biggest fears, honestly, as a parent, for like something to happen to my kid. The question is, I guess this one doesn't really apply to me. It says one piece of advice you would give it new/expecting moms. Well, I am a new/expecting mom, so I have nothing to tell myself. Ask me that in like 2 years. So number 4, it says I believe infants/toddlers should or should not be exposed to television on a regular basis. I mean, to be honest, like I don't see anything wrong with them being exposed to television. I was exposed to television at a young age, and I mean, I don't think I came out that bad. I feel like, you know, if your child, but I don't think there's anything wrong with television. I think sometimes, you know, obviously you should probably monitor what like they watch on YouTube and stuff, because like, do you remember that time that weird guy was coming out in the videos, and like sometimes like you think they're watching little kid stuff, and really like some of those cartoons are bad. But I don't think there's anything wrong with them being exposed to like television. I mean, it's fine. No, it's normal. It's like kids watch cartoons. Like I watch SpongeBob and like Dragon Ball Z and like all this crazy stuff. So, you know, nothing happened to me. I didn't come out weird or anything like that. If anything, I feel like a lot of the time kids like learn stuff, like they learn like how to speak and like this and that, because my friend's daughter, she they speak Spanish to her, and I noticed like she's learning more English, and I was like, I wonder how like she's learning English. And I asked her, I was like, oh, like, are you talking to her more in English? And she's like, no. She's like, I talk to her the same, but she watches like videos sometimes in English, and so she's picking up on it, you know. And she speaks both languages very well, Spanish and English. So I mean, I personally don't think there's anything wrong with it. I know some people are really opinionated. Don't come for me, bitch, okay? I know I don't have kids, but I don't think there's anything wrong with it, as long as it's like to a certain level. Now if your kid like doesn't like move and is just like staring at the TV and refuses to do anything else, then that's like a little, you know, drastic. But I really don't think anybody's kids are at that point. Maybe they are, I just don't know about it. But yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with them watching TV. I think it's obviously important for them to also like go outside and like do other stuff besides watch TV. But like, if the TV's on all day, pues que tiene, you know? Ni modo que yo no voy a ver tele because el niño is like, it's like bad for them, you know? Said the baby will be on our schedule, or the next question is, the baby will be on our schedule or we will be on the baby's schedule? I mean, I don't know. Like, I really don't know. You know what's weird? Like, I have so many friends that have kids, and they're all different. Like, some of my friends have their kids on like a strict schedule and it works for them, and some of my friends they don't, like, they're, you know, lo que caiga is what they do that day. And I feel like it depends on you as a mom. Me personally, I would done with my eyeshadow. I'm going to go ahead and prime my face. I'm going to be using the e.l.f. Glow primer stick. I actually really like this. So I was at Sephora the other day, and I don't know if you guys have seen the I'm sure you guys have. It's been all over social media. I've seen a lot of people use it. It's called the Grip Primer by ¿cómo se dice? Milk Cosmetics. I went in there and I like it. Like, don't get me wrong, but like, I feel like this literally has the same texture as it, so that's why I didn't get it. I've really been enjoying this primer. It is by e.l.f. as I said. It is the Glow Primer Stick and coconut butter and shea butter, and it honestly, I feel like it gives me like a tacky feeling. Let me put some stuff on my lips because they feeling a little dry. It gives like almost like a tacky feeling to it, like at the end, like, I don't know, I think it gives like a tacky feeling. I really enjoy it. I don't know, I want to get the Grip Primer because everybody like talks about it and how amazing it is, but I just don't know, bitch. Like, I don't know. I should probably finish my other primers I have before like I be going like balls to the walls trying to get like new primers. That's what I told myself. I was like, in fucking 2020 I am not gonna have like 35 primers hanging out and like blah 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 and this and that, because like that is so fucking wasteful, you know? Like, I guess it's kind of dumb, like ignorant to say in a way. I wouldn't want the child to control my life. Totally, I know that's impossible because people do say like, you know, you have no life when you have kids, but I don't know, I would like to be like there in an in-between. I would like for the baby to have a schedule to the point where like it's easy to put him down to sleep and this and that, but at the same time I would want him to be flexible. I guess that's asking for too much, bitch. You guys are probably like, the ones that are moms are probably like, okay bitch, that's not gonna happen. I don't know. These are some hard questions, okay? I like don't know what to answer half the time because, like, you know, you also don't want to like step on anybody's toes and be like, oh, I want my child to be like this. And then, you know, my mom also you would tell us like, la lengua castiga. You can be like, oh, I'm gonna be like this, I'm gonna be like this, I'm gonna be like this, and then when your baby's born, it's like totally different, you know? So I don't know. I think it would be best if, like, you know, it was like in between. Like, I want them to be on the schedule, but I also don't want their schedule to dominate my life. Like, I don't want to be like, oh, I can't do this because, like, you know, like el niño or la niña like has to, like, you know, I don't know what do babies do, nap? They have to nap, or they have to like have a bottle, or like have to be like in their room at a specific time, or they won't sleep, and then they'll like cause like chaos to my life. Because like, what if, like, I think to myself, like, what if for some reason I can't be at home at a certain time, and, you know, I'm in la calle, or like I'm doing something, I guess like in between. But at the same time, like, I do notice that children that are on like nice schedules, they tend, like, las mamás no batallar tanto. But then, like, no, I don't know, this is already hard and I'm not even a mom yet, guys. I'll figure it out when he or she is born. Good in between is good for me, like a healthy in between, you know what I'm saying? Or do you guys not know what I'm saying? And you're like, bitch, you're not even answering the questions. We're like, this bitch isn't even answering the fucking questions. She's literally like, but like, it's true, don't you think? Like, I feel like, I don't know, like a happy in between. Because like, I remember me growing up, we weren't on a schedule. I was never on a schedule. I was never like, oh, at tal hora I have to do this, like at tal hora I'm gonna take a nap, at that. Never, ever. Like, I didn't even nap when I was a little girl. I remember when I was little, I never napped. So when I went to kindergarten and they tried to get us to nap, I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what? Why are we like sitting in the dark? You know? So, and my mom, por lo mismo, like, she didn't fucking play games. Like, my mom, like, when I was little, if I could tell you guys the stories that would happen to me, like, I was like very, ¿cómo se dice? I was never bad. Like, I never thought I was like bad, like to the point where my mom was like, but I was very inquieta. Like, you would never see me like holding still or anything like that. But I always, like, my mom, she was always on the go. She was always doing something. And I remember I would never like be like, oh, it's time for my nap, it's time for dinner, it's time for this. I would eat cuando, you know, whenever she would tell us to eat, I would eat whenever, you know, like, I was never on a schedule. And I never feel like it affected me in any type of way. I think that was like the only time it like really affected me is when I went to kindergarten. And they would like exigere for me to take a nap. And I'm like, dog, like, if I'm not sleepy, I'm not sleepy. Like, what do you want me to do, you know? And I did it. That was the only time it was really problematic for me. And I can honestly say, me and my brother, my older brother Carlos, I never remember that we were somewhere and like echamos un berrinche because like of like, oh, like, I'm tired, I want to go home, or like, oh, I want to do this, or like, it's time for me to sleep. Like, never. Like, girl, we were on my mom's schedule, okay? And what my mom said, that's what we did. So like, I don't know, like, I don't feel like it affected us not having a schedule, but sabe, right? So I don't know, like, it's nunca bueno like hablar, because they say, you know, you shouldn't hablar and blah blah blah. I'm a strong believer in that, because like, watch this baby be born and maybe on a strict ass schedule, y'all don't see me for like months because I'm scared to leave my house because my baby's on some crazy ass schedule, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, that's just my perspective. I feel like a healthy in between, again, is what would work for me. The question is, do you work, or do you work, and if you do work, will you be returning to work, or will you plan on being a stay-at-home mom? So this is actually, ooh, that is thick, girl. I did not expect that to have that much coverage. This is the first time me using this micro powder, and I didn't think it was gonna have that much coverage. So like your bitch was like going in, because like the Charlotte Tilbury one, it gives your skin like a flawless finish, but it's not like, como te digo, it's not like full coverage or anything like that, you know? You get me? You get me. And this one was, I was like, damn, that was like a whole ass shade darker. Right now I'm currently not working. When I got married and I moved over here, I didn't have like a job. When I lived with my parents, I did work. So I always wanted to not have a babysitter for my kids. I thought it would be like super cute to like, you know, me be their babysitter. Like, who's gonna take care of them better than me besides my mom? She'll probably take care of them really well. So I will, right now in the plans, it's not for me to go back to work. When I have the baby, you never know, I might be like, you know what, I can't be a stay-at-home mom, like, because you know there's some moms that are like that. I remember I would work with a lot of girls and they love their kids, but they would say to themselves like, I can't be a stay-at-home mom, like I need, you know, to be like have my own like life outside of, I guess, their home, or you know, and that's like respectable. Like being a stay-at-home mom, I'm sure it's not for everybody, but I do want to try it, hopefully like it, because I can imagine it's like hard staying away from your child or whatever. So I am gonna try to be a stay-at-home mom. Hopefully it works out. Hopefully I'm not like ripping my hair out, because some moms say like, you know, like by the end, like they're ready to go back when they're over their ¿cómo se dice? Maternity leave, like they're ready to go back. I don't think there's, I honestly personally don't think there's anything wrong with that. I did not grow up, my mother was not a stay-at-home mom. She worked the whole time, and I don't think there's anything wrong with it. Like, you know, not saying I don't know if she wanted to be a stay-at-home mom or not. I don't think so, because I mean, she had the opportunity to, you know, my dad always provided for us, but she wasn't a stay-at-home mom, and that's okay, you know. I don't hold that against her. I'm not like, my mom was not a stay-at-home mom. Like, you know, she taught me also, you know, to be a hard worker, to get shit done. So I don't think there's anything wrong with either or, like being a stay-at-home mom or not being a stay-at-home mom. I feel like working and being a mom is probably hard as shit, because like you work, you take care of your house, you take care of your kids, but then I also feel like being a stay-at-home mom is hard as shit, because like, you know, when you clock out at work, bitch, you're done, you're like, I'm on my way home, you know, and you get home and like, I think, right, like in my head, like your husband would understand, like she works just like me. So like if dinner isn't like on the table by the time I get home, and like the house is a little like hot ass mess, like I'm sure like they would understand, you know. When I was young and my mother was not a stay-at-home mom, I would come home and the house would always be clean, dinner would always be made, and she would get home, like all of that, she would do it all, dude. My mom was like super mom. Me personally, I know if I worked, and I know if I worked, like the house wouldn't be spotless all the time. I don't even know if I'd probably cook every night, you know what I'm saying? Like that's a hard task. Like work, because I remember when I did work, I would come home and I'd be tired as shit. Like I'm like, I couldn't imagine like being like, oh, let me go ahead and make a hot ass meal for all these people, you know. So I also feel like being a stay-at-home mom by itself would be hard also, because like as I said, when you're a stay-at-home mom, when you work, you clock out, you go home, and you're like, you know, I'm fucking tired, I'm not doing anything. Hopefully your husband would understand, and you know, you're done, you're clocked out, bitch, you were like off the clock. But when you're a stay-at-home mom, I feel like, when is your work done? I feel like never, right? Because like the baby gets up, you're gonna take care of him, because your husband's gonna be working, hopefully one of y'all's working, and then you're gonna cook, you're gonna clean, you're gonna get home, your husband's gonna get home. I mean, you're gonna obviously spend time with him, but your cassette is gonna continue. Like you're gonna wash the dishes, you're going to, you know, pack lunch for the next day, you're going to take the baby a bath if your husband hopefully is willing to help. If he's not willing to help, bitch, that's you. Because ni modo de dejar tu niño mugroso just because your man's machista, you know? Like, that's not gonna happen either, bitch. You need to take care of your own kids. And I just feel like it's like never ending. I think being a stay-at-home mom and being a working mom, they're both hard as shit, you know? So like, it's on you, girl. And I mean, I'm gonna try to be a stay-at-home mom. Hopefully I like it. You know, I'm going to love it. And you know, but also I've heard that like moms go into like deep depressions when, you know, I don't know, bitch. Okay, I don't know, but I will be a stay-at-home mom as long as I feel like it's what's best for me and my child. When I feel like, you know, this is not for me, then I would obviously would go back to work. But until then, if I feel like it's working out for me, why not, you know? The next question is, I need time out with my friends, either A, B, or C. A is weekly, B is bi-weekly, or C is monthly. I mean, me personally, me, this is just me, so nobody be like, ugh, estás casada. I think it's important to have time with your friends as a man and as a woman, like independently of like the marriage. I don't think you should like lose yourself in like, this is my life, like fuck my friends, fuck everything that has not to do with this. You know, I mean, I haven't been married that long. It's only been like 6 months. But like, I spend time with my friends, and Cristo spends time with his friends without being with each other. And I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I feel like when there's confianza, you know, I mean, if there's no confianza in your relationship, like, you know, that's a personal problem. Like, that's like, you know, that's something you should fix with your significant other. But if you trust your significant other, I don't think there should be a problem if he wants to hang out with his friends, or if I want to hang out with my friends alone. Like, I think that's perfectly normal. Like, no nacimos juntos, we weren't like joined at the hip. There's nothing wrong with your significant other wanting to spend time with his friends without you. Like, now if there's no trust there, that's something different, I think. But I mean, I think there's nothing wrong with it. I hang out with my friends. Sometimes my friends come over and they sleep over, and like, it's fine with it. He doesn't think it's weird. I'll go out with my friends, he'll go out with his friends, and I'm not like, ¿Dónde estás? When are you coming home? Who are you with? Like, I feel like that's like, you know, that's a level of that's like something else, you know? Like, I don't think there's anything wrong with it, me personally. Obviously, if you fuck up and like you do something to betray my trust, I'm not gonna be cool with you going out, you know? But like, if you're fucking married, like, why are you gonna do that, you know? Now, the standpoint of being a mom, I don't know, like, if that means like completely by yourself without your child. Me personally, my friends that have kids, I don't care. Like, I think it's like normal that they bring their kids when we hang out. Pues ni modo, what are you gonna do with them? Like, leave them somewhere? I don't think it's weird. I think it's fine. Like, when they bring their kids, I expect them to bring their kids. Because why? Because they're their kids. Like, you know, isn't it like, I remember my mom growing up, she never had like girl time. She never went out with her friends without us. She never went out with her friends, period. But you know, like, that's her, that's on her. If she didn't want to, she didn't have to, you know? And if I go hang out with Giselle, and I mean, why wouldn't I bring my child, you know? Like, I don't know. I mean, I don't think there's anything weird with it. All my friends, whenever we hang out and they have kids, they bring their kids, and I mean, they bring their babies, and like, I mean, a mí se me hace normal, you know? Like, because as I get, like, even when I leave, like when I go spend the night with my parents, I always take Mac with me. Everywhere I go, I take him with me. And because I love him, obviously, and because also, like, I feel like when he's not with me, I feel like nobody's gonna take care of him. I feel like nobody's gonna take care of him better than me. So it's just like a comfort thing. So I imagine when I have my child, I'm not just gonna want to like leave him like all the time, you know? Like, obviously, if it's something like I'm gonna go somewhere with my friends and I might like drink, obviously I'm not gonna want to take my kid. But at the same time, I don't think Cristo would have a problem like taking care of the baby by himself, you know? Because hello, bitch, 2 of us made him. I didn't make him by myself. I think it's fine. And like, if Cristo wanted to go somewhere without me and the baby, like if he just wanted to like, you know, decompress and like, you know, just chill with his boys. I don't feel like I would be like, llévate el niño, si no, no vas. You know, but then again, you know, I have never been put in that situation. Es bueno no hablar, but I don't think I would be like that because I trust Cristo 100%. I don't feel like he would do something like that, and if he does do something like that, then, you know, he doesn't fucking love me and we're not gonna be together. But again, I have totally trust in him, and I don't know, I think it's to each their own. I don't feel like there's anything wrong with it, with you like going out by yourself. I don't think there's anything wrong with it, but I don't feel like, me personally, I'm gonna be the mom to always be like, oh, lo quiero dejar aquí, lo quiero dejar aquí, like I just need to be by myself. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think I'm just not that type of person. If I'm not that type of person with my dog, why would I be that type of person with my child that is like grown inside of me? You know what I'm saying? You guys understand what I'm saying. So I did want to talk about this palette really quick, the Kohl Guerrero Glow Kit by Anastasia Beverly Hills. And I love this palette, guys. Like, I love this palette. I use it all the time, and I never really talked about it because talk about this palette because it was out of stock, and I was like, how am I gonna like be like, oh, this is my favorite highlighter palette, and you guys are like, okay bitch, pero ni lo podemos comprar, so why are you talking, you know? I love that palette, and it's, I think Anastasia brought it back for a little bit, so you guys should definitely buy it, guys. I promise you won't regret it. It has like such pretty shades. This I never use because your bitch is brown, so that will look real icy on me, but the rest of the colors are pretty. These three in the middle, like these three are the ones I mainly use. They're just really pretty. They're like such beautiful colors, and you guys need to get that palette. But if I ever felt like, you know, my head was just about to fucking explode because I was so stressed out about being a first-time mom, maybe I would go out, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Like, if you have to go out and get your alone time to like decompress and be a better mom, bitch, do you. Like, don't let anybody mom shame you. Like, you know, you do whatever you think is best for you and your baby. This question is, how much time a week or something like that do you and your significant other spend time together? Well, we don't have any kids right now, so we spend a lot of time together. I feel like even after our first kid, like, we're still gonna spend a lot of time together because, like, we're gonna be taking care of the same kid, right? I don't know if it means like spending time without your kid. We spend a lot of time together because we don't have any kids, so it doesn't really pertain to me. Alright guys, and that is it for today's video. I hope everybody enjoyed it. I did get one question on my Instagram, and it was, let me see, baby names. We're still like on like thinking about what we want to name the baby, if it is a boy or a girl. I feel like for a boy, I definitely want to name him Jose Cristobal, after my husband, obviously, and that's my suegro's name also, but he passed away when Cristo was really young, so I thought it would be really sweet to name him Jose Cristobal after his grandfather and his father. So yeah, if it's a girl, I'm in between like a couple names. I kind of want to do that video that's like baby names I like but I'm not going to use. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. This is the finished look. I think I might like have Cristo show my outfit. He doesn't think it's cute, but I think it's cute. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Oh my god, cuánta belleza, mis ojos. That's my baby daddy. Who got me pregnant? Who? It's so embarrassing.